Assalamu alaikum, dear students. It is 14th of August 2021, Saturday. It's class 11th, subject education. Dear students, as you know, we are discussing educational psychology. Yesterday, we discussed the meaning of educational psychology in detail. And today, we are going to discuss some of the definitions of educational psychology. We will try to understand different definitions given by different educationists about this educational psychology. Dear students, according to syllabus, we have to discuss the definition given by Stern, definition given by Skinner, definition given by Judd, definition given by Crow and Crow. Let's try to discuss the definition given by Stern about this educational psychology. Dear students, according to Stern, who was director of educational psychology in Germany, he says that educational psychology is the study of individual differences in intelligence and child development. The student Stern's definition considers educational psychology as the study of intelligence and child development like physical, motor, cognitive or mental, emotional, social, moral and character development. It also studies hereditary and environmental factors like family, school, play, companions, peers, society, community, state, and mass media like radio, television, newspapers, computer, and internet, etc. etc. Dear students, let's try to understand definition given by Skinner, who was a very famous educationist. He says that educational psychology is that branch of science which deals with teaching and learning. He further says, educational psychology covers the entire range and behavior of personality related to education. Dear students, the definition given by Skinner considers educational psychology to be the psychology of teaching and learning, that is, psychology applied in the field of education for improving the methods and products of teaching, learning. Educational psychology in its applied form is centered around the process of teaching and learning, and it is this which helps the teacher in better teaching and learning. Educational psychology studies entire range and behavior of personality of the learner related to education, including teaching and learning. So far as the definition of Judd is concerned, he is of the view that educational psychology may be defined as a science which describes and at the same time explains the changes that take place in the individual as they pass through various states of development, or it deals with many conditions. He further writes, educational psychology is a scientific study of the life stages of the development of an individual from the time he is born until he becomes an adult. The definition given by Judd clearly states that educational psychology is a science. Number 2, it describes and explains the changes, that's physical, intellectual, cognitive, emotional, social, and moral, that take place in the individual during different stages of development like infancy, childhood, adolescence, and adulthood stage. Let's try to understand the definition of crow and crow. Dear students, crow and crow describes the educational psychology as the learning experience of an individual from birth to old age. The definition given by L.D. Crow and Elias Crow describes educational psychology as that subject area of the curriculum through which one can study the development of an individual in terms of his learning achievement during his lifespan, how he goes on learning as a result of interaction with the environment, and how he can learn effectively is covered by educational psychology. Learning, however, on account of its close association with experience, often said to be a great teacher, is never independent of teaching. Therefore, what we find in the process of development is nothing but a planned, spontaneous scheme of teaching and learning. All our efforts and energies in the field of education are directed to planning and devising the appropriate means of better teaching and effective learning. Educational psychology is mainly concerned with solving the practical problems related to the field of education, especially the process of teaching and learning. Dear students, these are the definitions about educational psychology. We have discussed these definitions according to the syllabus. Only those educationists, only those definitions we discussed which are included in our syllabus. It is all for today. Inshallah, tomorrow we will proceed further. Till then, bye. Assalamu alaikum.